Hi, welcome back to Corpse Factory. Things are really heating up. We've got to figure out who the hacker is. And also you see that Aoi is on our screen now. How did that happen? We'll find out. As always, I'm Sasha. This is Enjoying Pixels. Dark, just mornings for everything. Oh, let's get back into Corpse Factory, shall we? June 18th, Thursday afternoon.
You heard me.
Yeah, so?
Can't you track them down? Don't you have, like, connections?
Me? Already hooked you up with cadavers. Don't know what else you want.
I want you to find this hacker and let me strangle them to death!
Jeez. I'm no computer genius. Take it to the police.
You've gotta be kidding me.
Of course.
So what am I supposed to do?
Find someone else. Besides, you still owe me.
Excuse me? What exactly do I owe you?
My share of the corpses. Remember our deal? It's take with you. We're supposed to share.
Oh, come on. What do you need me for? You're capable of getting the cadavers yourself now that you know how. Just ask Tomoe to drive for you.
Can I store them at the factory?
Store them? For how long?
Don't know. Weeks?
They'll rot.
That's why I won't take them home.
It'll stink up the whole place.
We had a deal.
Fine. Store them at the factory. I don't care. What do you want them for, anyway?
Tut. Not allowed to ask. Good luck with your hacker. Gotta go.
Right. Thanks for nothing.
All good in the hood?
Sure, whatever.
I'm not in the mood for Tomoe right now. I just want to get back to work, get the day over with, and go home.
Come on, cheer the up. There's gotta be someone who can find that hacker.
Well, I don't know anyone.
Yeah, me neither. How many requests did you say there were?
70 when I looked this morning.
70? Jeez. How am I gonna deliver that many, you know what?
Keep your voice down.
I said, you know what? I didn't say nothing incriminating.
I don't know, okay? Is that what you want to hear?
No need to snap at me.
Just shut up for a minute, will you? I can't think when you're around.
Wow, sorry.
Tomoe's words hang in the air long after she's gone. It doesn't take a genius to figure out that her usage of the word skank wasn't affectionate like usual. I curse under my breath and return to my desk. I feel like I'm drowning under stress at the moment. Everything is piling up on me, forcing me down, pushing my head underwater, and taking away my will to even fight back. 70 odd requests to work through, a hacker with access to my website. Even if I've managed to block them temporarily, I'm sure they'll return. And then there's the copycat responsible for my sister's death. It's all becoming too much. I don't feel like I'm in control anymore. I don't feel like stoic, unflinching Noriko. I don't even feel like Corpse Girl, poor defiled Corpse Girl with hackers prodding her and copycats mocking her. If I don't feel like Noriko and I don't feel like Corpse Girl, then just who the f am I? Friday night, June 19th.
Thank you for meeting me after work. I hope you don't mind eating at this restaurant.
Of course, it's no trouble.
It's nice to see you. I feel like we only ever talk on the phone these days.
Yeah. Is something troubling you?
I'm not really sure why I asked Aoi to meet me. Part of me wants someone to talk to. I want to vent and unleash my frustrations. But another deeper, darker part of me just wants to throw everything away and hold her in my arms and let her tell me that everything will be okay.
Noriko, you've got a weird look on your face.
Sorry.
You can talk to me.
I'm kind of swamped at the moment. Do you ever get that feeling that you're drowning underneath the weight of everything? That no matter what you do, you'll never escape your situation? What am I saying? Of course you get it. You've been through so much.
Noriko, we've both been through a lot. School wasn't easy for either of us. I know you better than anyone. I know everything about you.
That's true.
It comforts me when I remember It comforts me when I remember just how close Aoi and I used to be, but times have changed. I've changed. might as well be a completely different person these days. There are things about me that Aoi doesn't know, things that make up who I am, who Corpse Girl is.
I guess I'm just overwhelmed. Maybe I need a vacation.
A vacation, huh? That does sound nice. Okay. Dream vacation destination. Go.
Huh?
Come on. We used to play this all the time. Don't think about it. Just tell me about your ideal getaway.
Somewhere sunny? Don't laugh at me!
I just can't imagine you in the sun.
Seriously. You said dream vacation, so yeah. In my dreams, I'd like to go somewhere sunny. Maybe Hawaii or Australia. Could you imagine me with a tan?
There's something on my keyboard, like, sticky, and I don't know what it is, and it's freaking me out. What is it? Who was up here that wasn't me?
You should go. Go to Hawaii or Australia or wherever. Do something good for yourself.
Aoi. Come on. You know it's not that simple.
But why not?
Really? How can you, of all people, ask me that?
Why are you so mean?
What's that supposed to mean?
Yeah, whoa.
You can't even leave your apartment without checking that the light is off, or that the faucet isn't running. You need to check, like, 10 or 20 times.
You don't have to call out people's OCD like that. It's not nice.
I'm aware. At least I can go out.
Hey, I'm out right now, aren't I?
Are you?
Excuse me?
Does a safe little place like this even count? How is this any different than your tiny apartment?
It's completely different. I'm surrounded by people, and...
It's the same. You don't go anywhere new.
You know, some people just genuinely don't go anywhere new, and it's not like a sign of other things.
You're too terrified to step outside of your comfort zone.
Oh, come on. You can't talk. You couldn't even start working at the office with me because you were too anxious to leave your apartment.
That's not fair. If I'm not certain about everything, then it's too hard to... Why are we fighting?
Yeah, why are you fighting?
We both know what we're battling with, so... Why?
I don't know. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry too.
We sit in uncomfortable silence for a while. Every now and then, Aoi shuffles in her seat and checks her phone. I said some nasty things to her. Sometimes I talk before I can even think twice about what I'm saying.
Aoi?
Is she checking her phone? Because she's the hacker. She's the person who's also sending Corpse Girl photos.
Tell me about your dream vacation.
Mine? I'd actually like to go somewhere colder. I like the cold. I like to wrap up in blankets and sip hot cocoa. Maybe a winter getaway to Switzerland or Norway.
That doesn't sound half bad. There's something nice about snuggling up in the cold.
Only if it's voluntary.
Right? I'm glad you agree.
You think we'll ever get away?
I am certain we will.
Maybe we could go somewhere together.
Why are you pushing it?
Maybe. By the way, I wanted to tell you that I'll be leaving the maid cafe soon.
Really? That's great! What does your manager think?
She pauses before answering. I'm not sure if she's thinking or trying to build suspense or waiting for the truck driving behind me to pass.
I think he's had a change of heart. He said I can do what I want.
Aoi's doing some stuff.
That's fantastic, Aoi.
It's a relief, that's for sure. My last shift is tomorrow. After that, I'll finally be able to escape that one guy.
Aoi hangs her head. She doesn't have to say anything more. I know that she's talking about her stalker, that disgusting guy that makes advances on her at work. I'm sad that I had to come to Aoi quitting her job in order to escape him, but a solution is a solution.
What will you do for work?
I'm sure something will come up. I have a bit of money tucked away, so I'm not too worried. And my boyfriend has a good job, so he can probably help out.
Who's your boyfriend?
Your boyfriend?
I'm slightly shocked that Aoi dropped that nugget of information so casually. Since when has she been seeing somebody? She's never spoken of a boyfriend before. A sharp knife carved from jealousy pricks my heart, and I have to look away from her in order to hide the tears welling in my eyes. I thought this was Operation Get Over Aoi.
We've been together for a little while. His name is Junpei. He's great.
Well, hello, Junpei. Welcome to the plot.
Actually, he's going to pick me up in a little bit.
Oh, a new person. Junpei. I hate him already. I hate the sound of his name, and I hate that stupid-looking face that my imagination cooks up. Has he kissed Aoi? Has he touched her? Has he slept with my Aoi? I'll kill him. I'll murder him in his sleep.
I'm so happy for you.
Thank you.
Aoi's phone vibrates against the table. She glances at the screen and lets out a tiny squeal.
Oh, he's here now. I'll introduce you.
Well, I'm excited, even if Noriko isn't.
Thanks.
I cut myself off and ignore Aoi's quizzical stare. Aoi stands up and looks toward the door. She claps her hands in excitement and waves at a broad, bumbling man staggering toward our table.
Hey, babe.
Hi! Junpei. Look at this guy. Look at his lecherous eyes, his drooling mouth, his disheveled clothes. Aoi is dating this She could have had anyone she wanted. She could have had me. She could have had my gorgeous body. I would give myself to her anytime she wants. She picked Junpei over me?
This your friend?
Yes. Junpei, this is Noriko.
Sup?
Ah.
Hi.
Aoi talks about you a lot.
She does?
Probably.
We're going to go catch a movie. Would you like to join us, Noriko?
I love how all these couples going on dates are just like, hey, Noriko, want a third wheel?
Nah, babe, remember you said we were gonna...
Junpei?
It's fine. I've got stuff to do.
Oh, okay. Maybe next time.
Maybe.
Well, see you.
Lates.
Bye.
Maybe Junpei's very nice. Aoi grabs Junpei's arm and the two lumber away. I doubt it because of the type of game this is. I give up. I clearly can't compete with what Junpei has to offer her. You saw his baseball cap. I'm over her anyway. I had my chance in senior high school and I blew it. I've moved on. That was my conviction, right? I want her so badly. But I'll just keep moving forward. I'll find someone else to fill the void until I can have her. I'm over her. I'm over all of this. Junpei isn't even worth killing. I don't have the time to waste on him anyway. I have something like 70 requests to work on. I don't have time to be relaxing here. I need to go home and work and fulfill Corpse Girl's ambitions. If I do that, maybe I can get over Aoi. And if Corpse Girl becomes famous enough, maybe Aoi will respect me and love me. We can be together and we can go to Hawaii or Australia or Switzerland or Norway and drink hot cocoa in the sun and snuggle up together to stay cold. And we can get over our fears and anxieties together. We will always be happy, even if Junpei dies. Now we wouldn't even care about it and she could just kiss me on the beach and we'd be so happy together. Everything would be so much better if Corpse Girl could get her together and just pull herself up from my mind, not drown the endless thoughts of what if and who and why that circulate like draining water within my brain. Everything would be so much better if Aoi just loved me like I love her. But for now, I'm over her. I have work to do. Each corpse blurs into the next. They all look the same to me now. Each cause of death is just an insignificant fact, just a bullet point, a tiny detail to be incorporated into a photo. I've lost track of how many photos I've created tonight. 20? 30? But the requests keep coming in. I thought there were 70, but there are so many more now. 200? 300? I can't waste my time counting them. This one is going to die from a baseball bat to the face. This one is going to drown. This cute guy is going to sever his own head, and this pretty girl will electrocute herself. They're all going to leave beautiful corpses in beautiful photos. We'll have fun collecting corpses that look like these victims. Me and Tomoe and Kojiro will apply makeup to each corpse and we'll dress them up and we'll zip them up in cute little body bags and put a nice little ribbon on top and deliver them to our victims. And each one will die in turn and leave behind a beautiful corpse. Beautiful corpses all over Tokyo. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful, just like me. So slim and skeletal and perfect, so real. Each corpse will look just a little bit like me. Gorgeous Kojiro called me gorgeous once. Always never called me gorgeous. I don't have enough burner phones to send out all these photos. I'll have to use each phone multiple times. Maybe I can send 10 photos from a phone before I dump it. That's a good idea. It will reduce the amount of work. We also won't have enough room in the van to collect so many corpses from the morgue. We'll have to make a few trips, back and forth from the morgue to the factory to the morgue. I wonder how many bodies we can fit inside at once. 5, 10, 15 if we stack them all on top of each other. I wonder if I could squeeze in between them instead of sitting in the passenger seat. I'm pretty small. I'm pretty skinny. I could probably zip myself up in a body bag and hide amongst the cadavers and pop out and scare Kojiro when he opens up the van to unload them. Boo! Haha, got you, Kojiro. Bet you didn't know I was in here with the corpses, but I look just like them, don't I? Can you unzip a body bag from the inside? I'll have to try it out. I can imagine Kojiro's shocked expression when I pop out like a naked singer bursting out of a birthday cake. Maybe I could strip down before I get into the body bag. I bet he'd like that. I bet he'd like to see me slide out of the body bag completely bare with my pale skin and my bony arms and my scrawny legs. His eyes would pop out of his skull when he looks at my prominent ribcage and my hips and my tiny flat breasts. He'd probably think about it every night before he goes to sleep and fantasize about me and my perfect body, and he'd dream about cuddling up with me in the body bag and hiding between the cadavers in the van.
Boo!
Oh my god, did she do it?
Got you!
What the Noriko?
I pulled the top of the body bag down around me and let my chest breathe in the morning sunlight.
Boo! Boo!
My naked skin tingles from the fresh air. I don't think I've ever exposed this much skin to the sun. I giggle and watch Kojiro step back.
Boo! Got you! Got you! You didn't know I was in here!
I wrestle my arms free and make an L shape with my hand. I press it against my forehead.
Kojiro's a loser! Loser! Kojiro didn't know I was in here! Na 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 na!
I was wondering why you wouldn't answer your phone. You're naked.
Boo! Climb in here with me!
You okay?
Climb in! Climb in!
I unzip the body bag further to make room for Kojiro, but he doesn't advance. He simply stands outside the van staring at me in disbelief.
One sec.
He pulls his phone out of his pocket and presses it to his ear.
Yeah, found her.
My phone's going off too, but people aren't looking for me in a body bag. I'm not having a breakdown.
Back of the van. Yeah, in an HRP.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Kojiro hangs up the phone and puts his hands on his hips.
Your clothes in here too?
Dunno, but I'm very cold. Come warm me up.
You're lucky we didn't leave the factory yet. These deliveries can wait. Go inside, get dressed.
Can't leave the body bag. I'm naked.
Kojiro returns his phone to his face.
Can you bring her some clothes? Mad.
Kojiro approaches the van. He ducks his head under the roof and stares into my eyes.
Tomoe's coming outside. She has clothes.
Not gonna wear them. I'm a corpse now. I'm corpse girl.
Okay.
Yeah, well, it would have been better if it was one single K. Just K.
What the actual Noriko, put these on.
Tomoe appears from nowhere and thrusts her hand out. In her fist is a shirt and a pair of tracksuit pants, but they don't belong to me.
This is all I have with me. Take them.
I reach out to grab the clothes, but then I push Tomoe's hand aside at the last second and send the garments flying out of the van.
You little
Look at me. I'm a corpse. I'm corpse girl.
The fact that they altered her little thing to be her in the van, that's great.
Get inside the body bag with me, Tomoe. I want to snuggle.
Ain't no way in hell that's gonna happen.
Not in the body bag, at least.
You finally cracked.
I think this is serious.
No way. You think? She's lost her mind. We gotta take her home.
Yeah. Noriko, get out of the van. Sit in the passenger seat.
No!
Noriko, please. We're worried about you. We're gonna take you home.
I don't have a home! I'm a corpse, remember? Take me to the morgue!
I perform my best corpse impression by sticking my tongue out of my mouth and rolling my eyes back. When nobody laughs, I decide to laugh for them.
Right. Enough.
Kojiro climbs into the van and grabs my wrists.
Let me go!
He forces my arms into the body bag so they're pinned by my sides. I can't fight him off. He's far stronger than I'll ever be. He pulls up the zipper on the body bag until it completely envelops me. Then he pushes me backwards so I fall against the stack of cadavers. The van's door slams shut as soon as he climbs out. It's dark. I hear shuffling around outside and then the revving of the engine.
We're going to the morgue! We're going to the morgue!
I sing as loud as I can, but I don't think they can hear me.
Morgue! Morgue! Going to the morgue!
I laugh until I can't breathe, then I decide to suffocate for a little bit. How long of a bit? Oh! That was the end of Act 1. Act 2, Kojiro. Ooh. 1 month later? July 30th, Thursday morning. Oh, we're Kojiro now. Yeah, all of that was Act 1. There are 3 acts to this game. Get settled in for the long haul. I try to reflect on life every morning. Keeps me grounded, keeps my mind busy. A busy mind is a happy mind. I like to assess myself like I'm judging my own life. Kojiro, 34. Not much more to me than my name. Done a lot of things I regret. A lot of things I don't. I'm happy overall, in a better place than I was a year ago. Stable job, small group of friends, couple of hobbies. Enough to live a satisfying life. I've got ambitions, desires, passions, and fears, who doesn't? I'm clever, at least in my own opinion. I speak a little French, a lot of Japanese, English not so much. Dad always told me girls like multilingual guys. Haven't proven that theory yet. Been a while since I was in a relationship, and she never cared for my second language. There's someone new I'm interested in. She's strange, dark, deep. Well, then it can't be Noriko. Like me. She doesn't get me though, but I get her. I understand everything about her. Maybe she'll come around, maybe not. That's probably enough self-reflection for today. I get caught up sometimes, easy to slip too far inside my mind. Got things to do today, deliveries to make, the boss is cracking the whip. I've already eaten breakfast, that's one thing off my to-do list. Might need a coffee though. Should have time to stop at the cafe. I grab my keys, phone, wallet, and a book for the train ride.
Later.
Habit of mine to say goodbye to empty rooms. Used to be funny in my school days. Not so funny anymore, but it's stuck with me. I find it hard to break habits. I leave the apartment behind. It occurs to me that it might be the last time. Probably not, but a possibility. My mind always thinks of such things, always prepared for the worst. Benefit of living near the train station is not having to walk far, but the noise pierces my apartment. I've learned to sleep through it. The platform is quiet today, must have beaten the rush. Going straight to the factory today. That blonde girl will drive from there. Tomoe? Tomoe, always on the tip of my tongue. I like the factory. Spent a lot of time there with Dad. He worked hard, but he always had time for me. But the factory is different now. Colder. Reminds me too much of the morgue. Not surprising though. Not since Noriko made it her home. She calls it the Corpse Factory. Not a fan of the name. I like morbid things, but the factory meant a lot to me. Now it means nothing. It's just a place I go. I still see Dad there sometimes. I picture him working away. I know he's not really there, just my mind remembering better times. I miss him a lot. Hope he's proud of me.
Can you help me load up?
Yeah.
The blonde girl is standing by a flatbed trolley. It's piled high with 4 cadavers. Each one is sealed in HRP. I take the trolley and steer toward our van. The back door is already open. A quick peek inside reveals Noriko is not hiding within.
Okay.
I hoist the first cadaver off the trolley and load it in the van. The second one follows, then the third. I wipe a trickle of sweat from my brow. Hot today. Should take off my coat. Maybe later. One more cadaver on the trolley. Into the van it goes.
You're pretty quick at this.
Yeah.
I gotta ask, why are you still helping her?
Well, I mean... yeah, that was a lot.
Loyalty?
Yeah, right.
She means a lot to me. Even if I don't mean much to her.
I don't think anyone means much to her anymore.
Might be right.
I look straight at the girl, not the type I'd normally associate with. Girls like her usually think I'm a freak, or not normal, either or. But we've gotten to know each other a little. Wouldn't call her a friend yet.
Why do you still hang around?
Dunno. All this freaked me out from the start, but it's weird. Feels like we're achieving something, you know?
Yeah.
Even if it ain't right. Just feels like I got a purpose now.
Purpose.
I can't count how many people have died because of us. The last month has been wild.
So wild we could not show it.
But I don't even lose sleep over it anymore.
Neither. Never did.
Figures. I'm probably gonna go to hell.
Hell.
You know, for all the bad I've been doing. Even if I'm not actually killing people, I'm still enabling it. Don't you ever think we're gonna go to hell?
Don't believe in the place.
I never used to, but just been thinking lately, that's all. But between this and working at the office part-time, I can send some decent cash to my kid brother and sister, you know? Now that Noriko's paying us anyway.
Oh my god, she's paying them.
You're getting paid?
Ah,
Oh, you're not?
Joking. I'm getting paid.
Whew. That would have been awkward.
And the girl yawns and shuffles on the spot. She looks back to the factory. The roller door at the loading dock. The roller door at the loading dock is wide open.
Bring the trolley?
Okay.
She walks away. I grab the trolley and wheel it back to the loading dock. I abandon the trolley and step inside the factory. Ooh.
You here?
The outline of a sleeping body in the corner begins to stir. I make my way to the futon lying on the cold concrete floor. It's a worn thing, frayed, fabric torn edges. Lying on top of it, covered by a thin blanket, is the girl of my dreams.
Huh? What time is it?
Time to get up.
Come on.
Got work to do.
Aw. How many deliveries today?
Ask the other girl. I'm just the muscle.
I reach my hand out to her, same way I do every morning. She never takes it. Instead, she slowly climbs to her feet without assistance. She's still wearing yesterday's clothes, yesterday's makeup, yesterday's sweat. She's gorgeous.
When are you going back home?
This is my home now.
You need a shower.
I'll pretend I didn't hear that. My place smells terrible, like rotting flesh. I can't get the odor out. It's been getting worse since I first moved in there.
This place smells too. Look at what's around you.
A gesture toward the racks of cadavers that fill the factory. We acquired some warehouse racking some time ago. It didn't take long for us to fill most of the shelves with cadavers. The industrial air conditioner we installed staves off the decay for a little while, but not long enough. We try not to let each cadaver remain here for more than a few days. But sometimes we forget. And it's so cold here all the time. It's not like Dad's factory at all. The stench can make anyone's eyes water. We just seem to be getting used to it.
I like it here. The smell here is different. It's nice.
Okay. You probably have requests to work on. I'll leave you be.
Noriko doesn't say anything. A thoughtful expression covers her face. I make my way back toward the trolley. We've been overwhelmed with work lately. Seems like Corpse Girl's website has become the next big trend in Japan. Dozens of requests pour in every day. A lot of people are wanted dead. I don't care about the reasons why, I just do the work. It's all for Noriko. Couldn't care less about Corpse Girl's ambitions or whatever she normally says. I want to prove to her that I'm useful, good, worthy. This is the only way I can think of to earn her love. I told her I was doing it for corpses, wanting to get my hands on some for myself. But that was a lie, all of it. Why would I need her to acquire corpses? I work at a morgue. I've been stealing them for years. I just needed her to believe she could motivate me, bargain with me, control me. When she achieves her goal, whatever it may be, I'll talk to her, a heart to heart. Maybe I'll even propose. Can't let a girl like her slip away. She's too precious, too beautiful, too brooding and macabre, and I need her. It's as simple as that. Since the first time I laid eyes on her over a year ago, that day she moved into her apartment. Okay. I've kept close by ever since. Okay, hold on. I just need a minute. I wasn't ready. I must have her. I will have her. I'll do anything for Noriko. Physical labor always makes me hungry, a normal human trait I would assume. I take a seat at the restaurant and place an order once the waitress arrives. Waiting for a meal is boring. I decide to read. Today's book is Fausse Photography. I borrowed it from Noriko. She doesn't know. When I flip open the cover, I'm reminded of why I started coming here. I once saw Noriko at the same restaurant. She was eating omu rice and reading Strange Flower. She didn't eat much, 3 mouthfuls if I recall correctly. But she read her book until the restaurant closed. I learned then that she's a girl that would rather feed her mind than her body. I'm personally the opposite. I love to eat. But I find Noriko's traits endearing. It's hard not to fall for someone in love with educating herself. It also touched my heart that she chose to read the book I lent her. Come to think of it, I never did get that back from her. It's probably overdue at the library now. Maybe I shouldn't show my face there again. Add to the list of places I can't visit anymore. My meal arrives. Omu rice. I wasn't prepared for the level of stalker that Kojiro was going to bring. I dig in. It's tasty. It is tasty. Omu rice is great. 10 out of 10. Would eat again. I assume this is Noriko's favorite. Funnily enough, it was my dad's favorite too. I devour the dish in a few minutes. I like to lick the plate clean. Always earns a funny look from the staff. The heat from the meal has fogged up my glasses. I take them off and wipe them clean on my shirt.
I know you.
Thanks to my natural blurry vision, I can't see who sits down across from me. I quickly return my glasses to their rightful place.
Go Jimbo, right?
Junpei, hi. Welcome to the plot.
Kojiro,
I don't think so.
trust me. You are?
Junpei Matsumoto.
The round stranger offers his hand to me. I don't reciprocate the gesture.
Can I help you?
Nah, man, just hanging, you know? Saw you here, wanted to say, what's up? What's up?
I don't know you. I'll be going.
Stay a while, let's talk about Corpse Girl.
The stranger's words prevent me from standing up. I glare at him.
What about Corpse Girl?
She's killed a lot of people, right? Like a hell of a lot of people.
Probably. I don't know.
Come on, man. You're in her crew, yeah? I seen you lifting at the morgue. You run that white piece of am I right?
I don't...
Careful now. If I can find you, it can't be that hard for the cops to pinch you.
What do you want?
Like I said, just wanted to say what's up.
The foul man leans across the table. His hot breath reeks more than the factory.
I want to know how you guys do it. How do you get up every morning knowing that there's a killer out there even more powerful and successful than Corpse Girl?
What's he talking about, Junpei? I know exactly what he's referring to. I try not to let my face betray me. It's true that Corpse Girl has some tough competition. Around the time Noriko targeted her sister, somebody hacked Corpse Girl's website. Ever since then, a new string of deaths have raged across Tokyo like wildfire. Deaths not caused by Corpse Girl. It started off with the copycat killer stealing Noriko's requests. People that were sentenced to death via Corpse Girl's website were found dead before we could reach them. But that didn't last long. After a while, completely unrelated people were being found dead across the city, people whose deaths had never been requested through the website. Because of that, we stopped worrying about it. Noriko was happy as long as her own victims weren't being poached. She didn't care if someone else was running a similar operation, as long as they kept their hands off her prey. I haven't given it much thought since. And then this guy appears out of nowhere. It's pretty damn obvious that he's involved with the copycat killer. Listen, Aoi, like, why did... I'm just assuming it's Aoi, but like, Aoi, why? He's seen me around, knows what I've been doing, knows that there are two separate powers out there killing. Doesn't take much to figure him out.
What's your method?
Excuse me?
You kill faster than Corpse Girl. How?
Whoa there, buddy. I don't kill anyone.
Yeah, nobody here is killing anybody. People stab themselves in the back 3 times.
Here, check this.
The guy shows me his phone. There's a website on the screen. The Human Removal Service. We remove unwanted human beings. Take advantage of our free and efficient removal solutions. Fill in the name and address of a human being you would like removed. That is so much creepier than Noriko's website. Oh my gosh. It looks similar to Corpse Girl's website, but it's not the same. I read the name of the site out loud.
The Human Removal Service.
Ooh, skin crawly.
Nice, huh?
What is this?
Just read it.
I do as I'm told. There's a paragraph of information below the site's title. We remove unwanted human beings. Take advantage of our free and efficient removal solutions. Fill in the name and address of a human being you would like removed. Following that text is a form to be filled out just like the one on Corpse Girl's website. I think I get it. This is the copycat's own website. They are running an identical operation, accepting user requests for victims' details and then somehow carrying out killings. But how far do the similarities extend? Are they creating corpse photos to send to victims? Are they forcing victims to kill themselves or carrying out premeditated murder? Are they delivering corpses to victims?
You involved with this?
Nah, just a fan. Used to be a Corpse Girl fanboy. That was wild. Then I discovered this site. It's so much cooler. More profesh, you know?
The guy leans in once more.
I even used this site once.
What happened?
The guy I wanted to die, he disappeared off the face of the planet within 24 hours. Can you believe it? And they're offering the service for free.
There's no doubt about it. This guy's involved with the copycat in this website. He's here to taunt me, pressure me. He knows who I am. But what's his end game?
Can I try the site?
Sure, man. Type the web address into your phone.
I retrieve my phone from my pocket and enter the site's address. It loads quickly, the Human Removal Service. I bookmark the site, then scroll down to fill in the name field.
Was it Matsumoto?
What?
Yes.
I type in Junpei Matsumoto. The next field requests an address.
Where do you live?
Hey, wait just a second. What the F are you doing?
Address, please.
You're a psycho. Don't put in my details.
Why are you worried? Not like the killer would target an accomplice.
Of course not, but still. Such a dick move.
Got him. I stand up and pocket my phone.
Later, Junpei.
Frickin' weirdo.
His face is contorted into a foul grimace, like he has just swallowed something sour. I leave the restaurant. Junpei Matsumoto essentially confessed that he's involved with the Human Removal Service. He agreed that he wouldn't be targeted if I entered his name on the website. He admitted to being an accomplice. Don't know if he figured out what I figured out, don't care. I need to tell Noriko. July 31st, Friday morning. She's asleep in the corner as usual. Her laptop is beside her. The power cable is plugged into a portable generator. She's still in the same clothes, still wearing the same old makeup. I wouldn't change a thing about her. How I wish I could lay next to her.
Wake up.
She stirs. I extend my hand.
Kojiro? It's still early.
Need to talk. It's important.
She rubs her eyes and yawns.
What is it?
Look.
I hold up my phone and show her the copycat's website. Her eyes widen as she slowly reads the text. Her jaw drops ever so slightly and she looks at me in shock.
How did you find this? I've been searching for weeks. I've tried so hard to find how the copycat is choosing victims. But there's absolutely nothing about this anywhere.
Met a guy yesterday. Someone involved with the site.
You're kidding.
Serious. Junpei Matsumoto. Big guy. Rude. Unlikable. Knew who I was. Knew about the morgue.
He knows?
Don't know how. We need to kill him.
How? If he knows our methods, he won't just kill himself when he gets delivered a corpse. He'll just laugh it off.
No, I know that. We really kill him.
Noriko is silent. It's the unthinkable, something we've never done before.
I don't know if I can.
I can do it.
I don't want to kill the guy. I need to kill him. It's for our own safety. With him alive, our secrets are compromised. He knows me. He may very well know Noriko.
Junpei Matsumoto?
Come on, Noriko, remember.
Why does that name sound so familiar?
Come on, Noriko.
Check his profile.
Noriko doesn't waste any time in bringing up his noise profile.
Oh,
I peer over at her phone. Sure enough, the profile picture matches what he looked like. Hard to forget a guy like that.
This is Aoi's boyfriend.
Aoi, your friend.
Friend? Aoi, the girl that Noriko never stops talking about, the cute and shy one. The one I followed more than a few times out of curiosity. Wanted to see what constitutes a friend of Noriko's, needed some tips. Is she dating Junpei? Strange match.
Is this for real? I met Junpei some time ago. Maybe last month?
I see. Are they still together?
As far as I know, I haven't spoken to Aoi in a while. Wait, I wonder.
What?
Never mind, I need to think some things over.
Okay.
Kojiro, you remember the photo of my sister's corpse, right? Not the one that I crafted. The other one I found on her phone.
Sure.
You remember the instructions written on it?
Stabbed Shuji at the party, right?
Spot on. The copycat must send instructions written on corpse photos. I have a feeling the instructions always relate to killing other people. Other people whose deaths have been requested.
I get it. Kill two birds with one stone. Send one corpse photo to a victim and have them kill another victim. It's efficient.
That's how they've racked up so many deaths so quickly.
Exactly. We can only rely on news reports for the numbers, but it's pretty clear that the copycat has claimed a few hundred lives in the past month at least.
All right, strap in. Suspend your disbelief. We gotta suspend hard.
And we're up to 164.
Yes.
164 deaths caused by Corpse Girl. But we've delivered twice as many corpses as that. Our success rate is about 50% and has been dropping rapidly. It would seem that Corpse Girl's rising popularity is having a detrimental effect on our success rate. As public knowledge of Corpse Girl increases, the fear of receiving a corpse decreases. People are starting to figure out how the method works. If they don't cave into fear, they don't kill themselves. It's that simple. In most cases in which the victim has survived, they simply brush off the attempt on their life. They call the police, have the corpse removed, they go on with life.
We haven't been doing so well lately. But the deaths across Tokyo, the ones unrelated to us, are expanding at an exponential rate.
Seems that way.
Then our rival has a more foolproof method of killing. Is it as simple as adding instructions to a corpse photo? Threatening someone with death unless they carry out the instructions? And then, if victim A receives a corpse photo, follows the instructions, and kills victim B, how does victim A also end up dead? Surely it's not suicide at that point. Why follow the instructions to spare your life and then kill yourself anyway? It doesn't add up. How are they killing so many people so quickly?
Don't know.
It's true, I have no idea. I pride myself on always being in the know, but this is beyond even me. However, I do know how to find out.
Maybe I'll pay Junpei a visit. See what information I can extract.
I don't like it, but it may be our only chance. Get as much information as you can from him. Then, dispose of him.
Her words cause a flare of adrenaline inside me. I won't let her down. She has given me a task, an important task. I'll show her what I can do.
On it.
Good luck, Kojiro. And be careful.
Of course. Later.
I'm thankful that Noriko looks away just before a smirk splits my face in half. I take my leave. Quite a bit of time has passed since he went inside the maid cafe. Can't imagine eating a meal takes this long. Unless there's something shady going on, he should have come out by now. My knees are beginning to hurt from crouching. I could stand up, but then I'd be more visible. Crouching at the corner of this alley suits me just fine. My knees should hold. I have a perfect view of the entrance. I've taken note of every single person entering and exiting. But he hasn't come back out. His noise post from earlier was right on the money. He said he would visit the maid cafe, and sure enough, I watched him enter. Could be he knows I'm tailing him. Whole thing could be a ruse. He might have an escape route. But I already scoped out the alley behind the cafe. There's no other exit, front only. Could he have climbed out a window? Doubt it. Big guy, not very fit. Even if he'd attempted such a feat, I surely would have overheard the struggle. I'll keep watch here. Can't be that much longer. According to Noise, he comes here often, his favorite place. Likely where he met Aoi. She still works here, according to Noriko. What does Aoi see in him? What does Noriko see in Aoi, for that matter? The girl is boring. Cute, sure, but no outward personality. I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something. Hard to tell when you only watch from afar. There he is. I'll have to follow him. Can't confront him here. Looks like he's heading toward the station. Easy. Here goes. Parking lot. Can't believe this guy travels to the very end of the train line. We're gonna have to gunpowder it inside this parking structure. Took nearly an hour to get here. If his home is all the way out here, why has he traveled so far just to visit a maid cafe? He wandered into this underground parking lot, so I'm guessing his apartment building is above this little tomb. No one else around.
Hey, is someone there?
Guess I'm not as stealthy as I thought.
Huh? Kojimbo?
Junpei Matsumoto.
You follow me home, dude?
Well, you're dating a stalker too. I always stalks people.
That's right. Have some questions.
Not cool, man. Could've just DM'd me.
No.
I stride toward him and press my chest against his rotund belly. Standing this close, it's easy to see that he's actually younger than I thought. I'm nearly a full head higher than him. Despite his bulky build, I don't think I'd have any trouble crushing him in a fist fight.
Back off, dude. I'm warning you.
I don't think I'll do that. Question 1.
Hey, I ain't playing your games.
Who runs the human removal service?
I ain't telling you that.
Question 2. How are the victims of the website killed?
You, man.
Question 3.
Shut up!
What is your role? I've listed the questions in order of importance. Please answer.
Junpei pulls his head back and spits in my face. The disgusting glob of saliva dribbles down my cheek. I snap 2 of its fingers.
Holy...
The knuckles within his blubbery digits break inside my fist as I bend them in the wrong direction. I savor the sensation of shattered bone grinding against shattered bone as his knuckles splinter and pierce his skin.
Question 1.
Whew. Kojiro hardcore.
Who runs the human removal service?
Junpei wrenches his hand away from mine. He clenches his other fist. He looks prepared to launch it at my face. The punch connects perfectly against my jaw. I cock my head a little, riding the momentum of the impact. A tooth comes loose in my mouth. I think it's a bottom canine. I swallow it. Turning my head back, I lock eyes with Junpei.
Question 2. How are the victims of the website killed?
You want another fist in the face? My freaking fingers!
Question 3. What is your role?
Junpei tries to lash out with a kick to my shins. He's slow. He's just not cut out for a fight. I step aside and his leg flails limply. Completely off balance, he falls and lands on his rear. I move toward him and stand over his recumbent body.
I've listed the questions in order of importance. Please answer.
Help me! Someone help me! This psycho is trying to kill me!
I can't help but sigh loudly. I run my tongue along my gums, feeling for the gap created by my missing tooth. Definitely a canine that I swallowed. Bit of an inconvenience. Have to get a false tooth now. Wonder if Noriko will think less of me.
Question 1.
You!
He madly tries to kick at my ankles, his feet slap against mine with no force or pressure.
Who runs the human removal service?
The guttural, beastly growl that spews from his mouth is the desperation of a cornered dog. I don't much believe in kicking someone they're down, figuratively, not literally. I kick him in the ribs, and his howl of anguish repeats itself. Sometimes you have to do things you don't believe in. I kick him again and again and again. One or two of his ribs shatter against the toe of my shoe. It's a crunching sensation like kicking the ribs of a cadaver. I suppose a comparison isn't really necessary.
Stop! Please!
The slow, desperate plea is completely different from the urgent howls of frustration just moments ago. Beaten and wounded, the dog is panting heavily, his tongue lolling against the asphalt.
Question 2. How are the victims of the website killed?
A moment's silence prompts me to prepare my foot for another flurry of kicks. But a meek answer I didn't foresee causes my body to stiffen.
Our Herald. He carries out all the killings personally.
Ooh. Hello there. I frown, and the motion causes a sharp pain to shoot through my bleeding gums.
Your Herald?
The dog spits blood down his shirt and groans.
He's a visionary. A prophet.
Shinya? I'm just trying to guess people.
And he's immortal. He's more powerful than Corpse Girl ever was. Every person targeted by the Human Removal Service is removed by the Herald's hand.
This wasn't the explanation I was expecting. I thought the operation was similar to Corpse Girl, send a corpse photo to a victim, urge them to kill themselves, or give them instructions to kill someone else. That was what Noriko and I discussed. That was the conclusion we reached. I don't like being proven incorrect. I bring my foot into Junpei's ribs one more time and he hardly flinches. He simply exhales and absorbs the force.
Question 3. What is your role?
I think the dog is unconscious. I tilt my neck from side to side and hear a comforting crack and pop that relieves the tension in my muscles. I crouch down and press my fingers to his wrist. The pulse is strong and his breathing is regular. He won't die, not unless I take action now. I told Noriko I'd kill him. I told her I'd take care of our problem.
Junpei?
A girl's voice, soft and not unpleasant, but worried, terrified. I stand once more to see the concerned face before me.
What did you do to Junpei?
Aoi Sato, Noriko's friend, best friend, and the girlfriend of Junpei Matsumoto.
So,
I need to leave. Aoi doesn't know my identity. She doesn't know I'm involved with Noriko. If I escape now, Aoi will never link this assault to Noriko. Well, that's option 1. Option 2.
Get out of here, you psycho!
No, I can't think about option 2. If Aoi got hurt, Noriko would never forgive me. I can return to finish Junpei another day. I know where he lives now, after all.
later.
I turn on my heel and leave the sobbing girl to tend to her wounded dog. August 1st, Saturday morning. When I was with Shizuko, I became really fascinated with brewing coffee. She bought me a handheld bean grinder and a French press for my birthday, and then we played Persona 5. To thank her, I made frequent trips to the market to buy freshly roasted beans. I would lose track of the hours I spent carefully grinding the beans, aiming to brew the perfect cup. But Shizuko never enjoyed coffee, never had a taste for it. I didn't give up. I kept refining my technique, kept experimenting with different beans and roasts in an attempt to craft something she would find palatable. She died, and I threw the French press in the trash. I just visit the cafe now for my morning coffee. I donated the handheld grinder to this cafe. More specifically, I gave it to the cute waitress here. Maybe it was callous of me to discard the gift that Shizuko gave me. It should have torn me apart to throw it away, something that symbolized what we had together. But 3 years isn't so important in the grand scheme of a lifetime. Besides, I have someone else now. Well, I don't have her, but I want her. Noriko reminds me of Shizuko in some ways. In other ways, they couldn't be more opposite. When the takeout coffee I ordered is ready, I leave my money on the counter and grab the paper cup. A quick sip of the piping hot brew fills me with renewed life. The liquid scalds the area where my tooth used to be. Not much for it. I'll go to the dentist some other time. Coffee in hand, I leave the cafe and make my way to my next destination. Public libraries don't get the credit they deserve in this age. They're quiet, calm, soothing. That doesn't always do it for me, but it's nice to escape the bustle of the city. That's almost exactly what Noriko said about them. Plus, they always carry works by my favorite authors, but the librarians don't pay me any mind. I think they're at a loss to recommend books that fit my tastes. This is like exactly what Noriko said. I don't feel judged here. Nobody looks at me and wonders if I'm a creep. Nobody cares about my unshaven face or crinkled clothes. Nobody looks at me and asks if I miss Shizuko. I wish someone would ask. Just once, it would be nice to know someone cares, even if I don't. But no one knew Shizuko, no one knows she was in my life, and no one knows she's gone. I haven't even told Noriko about her. I think she has enough on her mind right now. I'll tell her when the time is right. After wandering around the library aisles aimlessly, I pick a tome from the shelf at random and find a couch to sit on. Comfortable at last, I sip my coffee and thumb through the book I've acquired. It would seem I've selected an autobiography about a famed painter I've never heard of. It will do for now, I'll read anything. I skim through the preface, then the first chapter. My fingers pick up speed as I thumb through the pages, never absorbing more than the first line of any particular page. Boring drivel, I can't read this. I toss the book aside and rest a closed fist underneath my chin. I'm not normally this restless, usually I'm focused and driven. But it's my birthday, and Shizuko wasn't here to get me a gift. Perhaps I regret throwing away the French press. It was the most thoughtful birthday gift I ever received. Perhaps I just regret losing Shizuko, I don't know. If this were any other day, I wouldn't waste my time dwelling on the past. I thought I was above giving this day more significance than any other. 35. Where the years go. Time really does slip through your fingers. Hell, it's even been more than a year since I met Noriko. Technically, I doubt she remembers our first meeting. I peer around the library and find a smile forming on my face. She probably thinks we met here just a few months ago. I asked her some trivial questions, something about Lovecraft or Cthulhu, then I introduced myself. But the first time we bumped into each other was at my apartment. Well, her apartment. It was a fully furnished apartment. Didn't have to take much with me when I left. I bet it looks much the same today as it did back then. I returned to collect a few things. A couple of blankets in the closet, a broom and a dustpan, a few knucklebone. Shizuko is in the walls of this house. Shizuko is in this house. There's a corpse in this house, and that's why it smells like mold, because they left the body in the house. Oh my god. There's probably a body in this house, right guys? You think there's a body in the house? Tell me down below. And I wanted to say goodbye one final time. To my surprise, she was there. She was chatting to the landlord casually, inquiring about the terms of the lease. I must have frozen in my tracks when I saw her. I know that I spent a good few minutes simply staring at her. She was beautiful, gorgeous, breathtaking. And she looked like Shizuko. She looked so much like Shizuko. She shook hands with the landlord. She said her name aloud, Noriko Kurosawa. Her name stuck in my mind. It replayed over and over in my head. The landlord accepted her offer for the apartment. Noriko would be moving in, making the place her home, my place. I must have bumped my shoulder into her by accident when I tried to squeeze past. She apologized. I apologized.
Zaz was just leaving.
Oh, no, please. It was my fault. I'm very sorry. Did you live here?
Yeah.
I see. Thank you for taking care of the place. I'll be moving in soon.
I see.
Did you like it here?
Yes, very much so. It was home.
I'm glad. I hope that I feel just as comfortable here.
I nodded, but didn't pull my eyes away from her face. She walked away after gracing me with a polite bow. The Noriko from back then was healthier than the girl I know now. She's become little more than a skeleton, skin and bones, but her keen mind hasn't dulled. And she's still gorgeous, still takes my breath away just like Shizuko once did. But she refuses to leave the factory. She refuses to return to her apartment. Occasionally Tomoe will go and fetch the things she needs, clothes, tiny portions of food, coffee mostly. At some point I got delegated to selecting the most suitable cadavers from the morgue. Also, Noriko doesn't have to visit the morgue herself. She gives me a bunch of photos and it's on me to pick and choose cadavers that best match them. Not my favorite work, it's tedious and I don't have the eye for detail that she does. But I do what I can.
Ouch.
My phone begins vibrating violently in my back pocket. I didn't realize I was sitting on it.
Yo,
Where the hell are you?
library.
Don't you have deliveries to make today?
I'm just taking the morning off.
You didn't ask me about that.
I told Tomoe.
Well, she didn't mention anything about it to me.
Zaz, I'll see you in a few hours anyway. I just wanted to chill this morning. My birthday.
It's your birthday?
Yeah,
I didn't know. Happy birthday.
thanks.
Okay, I'll see you this afternoon. Bye.
Later.
She sounded mad at me. In my defense, I haven't taken a day off from Corpse Girl's work for weeks. Didn't think taking this morning off would be too much to ask. Apparently I rubbed her the wrong way. But juggling this work as well as my morgue duties is tiring. Don't get much time for myself. Don't get much time to think. Probably why Shizuko's face doesn't pop into my mind as much as it used to. My theory, anyway. I drain the remnants in my coffee cup. After returning the unread book to the shelf, I leave the library.
I'm home.
I close the front door behind me. My place is always dark. The tiniest sliver of sunlight filters in from a gap between the closed curtains. I like it this way. I spent countless nights underneath the unholy lights of the morgue. That fluorescent glow messes with my eyes. So I keep my apartment dark. It's comforting. The place is small, smaller than my last apartment at any rate, Noriko's apartment. A tiny living space, 1 bedroom, a kitchenette. The bathroom is pitiful, a half-sized tub with a shower head above. A toilet, no sink. I need to use the kitchen sink after finishing my business. But it's home. Moving here after deciding to leave my old place was the change I needed after Shizuko died. I threw away so much of my life from back then. I'm almost a completely different person now. Almost. I've kept my habits, mannerisms, the parts me people find weird or off-putting. Can't help it, that's just how I am. All those quirky attributes that Shizuko couldn't stand. They're still with me. She's gone and I'm still here.
Come on.
I shake my head at the sound of my own voice. What a birthday, what a pointless day. Dwelling on the past doesn't suit me. I moved on from Shizuko a long time ago. I'm only stuck on her today because of my birthday. Because this day reminds me of that damn French press she bought for me. But it's gone now and she's gone. All that remains is me. That's the way it always has been, probably the way it always will be.
Enough. Time for work.
I don't feel like staying in and relaxing. I shuffle toward the tall, narrow cabinet in the far corner of my living space. I hoist the door open and look at my clean white coat. It's not stained or dusty like the one I keep on display near the window. It's my good coat, the one I reserve for special days like my birthday. The white coat is resting comfortably on a white mannequin inside the white cabinet. I hate the color white, it serves no purpose. Despite its useless color, the mannequin holding the coat does serve a purpose. It carries my treasured possessions. Perhaps mannequin isn't the most fitting word for it, but it will do. As I grab my coat, the sleeve catches on the mannequin's fingers. Oh my god. I tug at it gently and manage to release the coat from the mannequin's bony limb.
Later.
Habit of mine to say goodbye to empty rooms. Used to be funny when rooms were truly empty. Not so funny anymore. Not when that face stares back at me from within the cabinet. Nothing to do about it. So we're gonna leave it there for now. That was quite the experience, suddenly switching to being Kojiro. It's looking like it's gonna be a wild ride. So any early guesses as to who the Herald is? The story keeps having some wild turns. I'm enjoying it and I hope you are too. And once again, thanks for joining me here on Enjoying Pixels and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.